Hey, g'day guys, it's Adam from VideoShowMeHow, and in today's video we are working on the DMAX and we're going to be getting stuck into some engine mods, some power mods, giving it a bit of a tickle, giving it a little bit of extra juice, a bit of extra power. And before we do that though, doing some reliability, we're going to be today installing, thanks to Western Filters, the legends in filtration, going to be installing a Provent 200 to the DMAX. Let's get started. Do have a bit of a merch pack to give away from Western Filters. All you need to do to get involved is to drop a comment down below on what reliability mods have you done to your beast. The best comment down below we will pick out and get this out to you ASAP. Now, Western Filters are the best in the business when it comes to your filtration needs as far as I'm concerned. I've been using these guys for years, pre-DMAX days, Jeep days, all of that sort of stuff. So stoked to be teaming up with them to get some reliability mods done to the DMAX. They have a crazy range of vehicle, well, as well as filters, right? But also vehicle-specific install kits. As well as the DMAX, they do tons and tons of different cars and trucks. And the best thing about the kits is it's not just, in our case, the Provent filter. You know you're going to get genuine gear as well, not like some of these on the old eBay, which are a bit sketch. But the best thing is it's the full kit. So it has the crazy awesome stainless steel brackets, all the, look, we've even got the old zip ties in here. So they're a full comprehensive kit, and that's what we're going to be installing today in the DMAX. We're going to be whacking in a Provent 200. This is the 4th generation. We're going to be installing this into the DMAX. So let's get started. Now, I'm not going to be going too far down the rabbit hole that is catch cans. Do I need one? What's it going to do my warranty? All of that kind of thing. So I'm going to leave it brief. In my opinion, if you have a modern CRD turbo diesel vehicle and you want to keep it for more than a couple of years, installing a catch can is an absolute must. Couple of really quick reasons for that. The vehicles these days are made to meet emissions, and because of that, there are compromises done as far as your intake system goes. Things like EGRs, DPFs, all of the above will help that vehicle meet the emissions that is required before the thing can be sold, but it comes at a cost, and that cost generally is your longevity of your engine. So a catch can is going to help bring back some of that reliability and that longevity by keeping those oily fumes out of your intake, which ultimately is going to help the health of your engine over a period of time. And number 2 is warranty. And does installing one of these void your manufacturer warranty? I have zero concerns there. I think that the fact that Isuzu install these things on their trucks, you can option one of these, and Isuzu make a catch can, a branded Isuzu catch can. For me, I think that kind of speaks volumes. So on to the install. What do you get in the box? New Provent 200 catch can, vehicle specific hoses, clear drain hose, awesome vehicle specific stainless steel bracket, a bag of all the bits and bobs you could possibly need to do the install. So step 1 to get cracking is pop the bonnet. Hood strut mod still working a treat. You can check out that install video up the top here. And once you're in your engine bay, it's a matter of locating where the Provent's going to sit, and it is going to sit just in there in the driver's side. You can see that we have a perfect little gap there. And the best thing about this kit is it uses all your factory bolts. So that bolt hole there, that bolt head there, and then there's actually another one ready to go in the side there, that the bracket that is ready to go over here, this guy, is able to use. So that's going to sit down in there just like that and use all of our factory mounting points. So if at any point you want to reverse this process, it's literally 3 bolts. You can pull the whole thing back out. Now, before we go installing that though, we need to make a little bit of a modification to this to kick us off. We need to swivel it around. And what I mean by that is we want the brackets are going to attach there. If you imagine the firewalls down that way, we want the inlets facing towards us. So we need to swivel the whole thing around a little bit. How you do that, you can see in here, there's a little bit of a sort of a catch bracket. So you can just squeeze that together and pull that out just like that. Just be careful. And then if you position it where you want it, firewall that way, we can then just swivel this guy around until our inlet and outlet are facing us. Then once it's in about the right spot, just sort of pinch that back together, get your little clip there, and it clips back into place. From there, it sort of locks into place, you can see there, and we are ready to put it in the DMAX. The next step is to install our bracket. To do that, come in from the side here, from the driver's side. We have a 10mm bolt there, and we have a 12mm nut there. You just need to remove both of those. And once your bolts are out, grab your bracket. Now it is going to sit in there, just like so. So you want, well, not exactly like so, but you get the idea. So this guy goes into there. This one wants to sit under this, so you can just lift your airbox up a little bit and slide that bracket underneath. And then this guy on the side will line up with the hole on the side of the guard. Then it should look a little bit like that. You then want to just grab your factory fasteners there, 10 there, 12 there. Grab one extra one, which is one of these guys, plus your washer, and then that will go into the side there where it connects into the guard. So tighten those guys up, not infinity tight, just regular tight, and on to the next step. So there we go, our bracket nice and installed, nice solid unit. The next step is to install the actual catch can. So to do that, you're gonna need, the catch can, you're gonna need this guy with a washer, this guy with a washer, and then taking the whole lot over. This will basically bolt up, so each of these on each side will go into the pre-installed riv nuts. So that will then sit down in there just like that, ready to do our piping. And these bolts are a 13mm, and we just need to nip them up, just regular tight, not insanity tight. All right, excellent. The catch can is installed straight onto the bracket. So we're ready to go. No, we're not ready to go. There's a couple extra things. We've got to install some pipe work, something into that hole, something into that hole. And to do that, it's a matter of routing through our factory intake. So easiest way to do that, I find, is just removing your engine cover, just to give yourself a little bit more wiggle room. Easy to do, just grab at the back and pull up. And the whole thing should pull off. They've basically just got these little rubber grommet things, 4 of those, and then they just lock into each of these little nodules. So remove your engine cover. Right, so this part is really important that you get the order of these pipes the right way. You want to have the right pipe going into the right part of the catch can. So what you need to look for is your crankcase hose, which is this one here. All common rail diesels will have that. In this case, Isuzu's near the front there. So what we're actually doing, if you think about it, we're sort of intercepting that part of the crankcase. So all the blow-by that's coming out of there, which normally is going straight through your intake system into your turbo, etc. there, we're intercepting that, and we're taking that oily mist, those oily fumes out of that system, filtering it out before the fresh stuff goes back in. So what we want to do here is disconnect our factory crankcase hose. They have these little clamp filters, so you should be able to pretty well do it by hand, just like that. You just want to pull it backwards, and then you should be able to give it a good pull, and it should come straight off just like that. Now, interestingly enough, you can already see, I don't know if you can see that on camera, I'll try and get in the light. You can already see oil on the inside of this pipe, and you can definitely see it on the end of this. There we go. You can see on the glove there. See, I told you these blue gloves come in handy. You can see that there's already a bit of oil building up on the intake, even though this DMAX has only done about 6,000 Ks at this stage. So definitely well worth doing. Now, I recommend keeping this factory hose in case you want to put this back to factory. I know some people will take that out when they go into a warranty service, those kinds of things. All that stuff's totally up to you, but if you keep this factory hose, then you've got the option to put this back to the factory configuration. So next up, we want to connect our pipework. So to do that, grab the aftermarket hoses there, and you want 4 clamps, 2 big ones, 2 little ones. Then you want to use the L-shaped one. That's going to be going to our factory intake location. And then once again, following the arrows that are already on the Provent unit, we want to go to the top. So the flared fat end goes to the top of the Provent, the other end into our factory location. Now once you've got your intake hose in place, just got to sort of eyeball it a little bit, and you will probably have to just give it a bit of a trim. I'm going to need to in this application. Probably a bit yay off there and about yay off there. So just sort of line it up. Effectively, you're trying to get this intake through to the top of the catch can. So a bit of a trim and lock it into place. And then once you've got this guy in place, it's a matter of grabbing the outlet hose and doing the same thing. You want this guy to connect in from the outlet from the Provent into the intake. And then once all tightened down, grab a couple of zip ties and you just want to zip these guys together. Just want to be mindful of this steel bracket here and any rubbing that may take place. So try and zip tie it in a way that gets this top crankcase hose away from this metal bracket. So well worth just checking that over time to make sure that it is still clearing that bracket. And there we go, guys. We're almost done here. We just need to reinstall our engine cover. Give it a good whack in the corners. And there we are. Once the engine cover is back on, we've got one step remaining, and that is to install the drain hose into the catch can. And here's our drain hose and bits and bobs here. We've got our hose clamps, zip ties, pipe clamp, and the actual tap itself. So from here, we just need to install the tap into one end of the hose. And then all you got to do is feed your hose down underneath so it pokes outside of the guard, and use your hose clamp to connect into the underside of the catch can. And there we go, all installed down the bottom there, drain hose running down and underneath. You can see out we come here, pipe clamp in place, and we've got plenty of drainage that's going to take place. Grab the last couple of zip ties and you want to just zip it out of the way. Make sure that all the way through here, you just be mindful of anything rubbing on anything, particularly any of this hose rubbing on metal, right? So just be mindful of where you route everything. There we go, all installed. Now they reckon you should replace the actual filter inside here every sort of 40,000 K. So you've got a pretty good run time of the actual filter for the unit itself. And then making sure that you drain using our little drain tap down the bottom here every 5,000 or so Ks. Now, great news, if you're keen to get your hands on one of these kits for yourself, the legends over at Western Filters have put together a bit of a discount code. You just need to head to their website, westernfilters.net.au, enter in this code, and that will get you the discount. All you need to do is make sure you subscribe to the Video Show Me How YouTube channel. And that's it for another video installing the Western Filters Provent 200 kit into the Isuzu DMAX. Lots more vids on the way, and looking forward to really doing some more engine mods which are coming up next. So if you're keen to see that kind of content, make sure you subscribed to the channel, of course. Share this video with anyone else that you think may find it helpful as well. Massive thanks to the current members of the channel. I absolutely really appreciate the extra support, guys. Thank you very much. And as always, guys, I hope that you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.